But we do start with Liverpool's search to replace Jurgen Klopp this summer. The club has opened talks with Feyenoord about hiring Arne Slot. Let's speak to our senior reporter, Melissa Reddy, for more on this. Good afternoon to you, Melissa. Let's start with where we are at the moment then.
Talks continue between Feyenoord and Liverpool over compensation for Arne Slot to become Jurgen Klopp's successor. Now, yesterday, Liverpool's negotiation point started at £7.75 million. The Dutch club are trying to get that up closer to the £10 million mark. Now, we know that Slot really wants the Anfield job, and while Feyenoord would ideally like to keep him, they understand that they can't block such a massive opportunity for him. So their interest is just getting the best possible deal for them. Now, sources in Holland are telling us it could move very, very quickly because of Slot's determination to take the job.
There might be naturally a few comparisons made between Slot and Eric Tanguy, who has chosen to take a lot of players he worked with at Ajax, players from the Eredivisie, with him to Manchester United. Do you think we might see something similar at Liverpool if Slot takes over?
Absolutely not. I don't think any comparison can be made, purely because Liverpool's recruitment structure is so well established, and Eric Tanguy felt that he needed to be the de facto sporting director at Manchester United. And we've actually seen Ineos come in, and that's one of the big areas they've already tried to fix, making sure that there is a strong operational structure behind the scenes in a football sense to empower a manager, especially in terms of recruitment. Now, the reason, or one of the key reasons, Liverpool sees Slot as the right candidate for this job is because his playing style is so similar to theirs under Jurgen Klopp. And just to give you an example, since he took over at Feyenoord, they have the most possession won in the final third in Europe's top 5 leagues. Now, the club in second for that metric is Liverpool. And when you look at their pressing numbers, their high turnovers, the clubs are pretty much a match for each other. And what that means is that in terms of when Liverpool go into the market, they're looking for the same profile of player, for the same attributes, because the style, there's not going to be a massive upheaval there. Now, we know that managers will always like and know certain players really well and want to push for them. But I think we've seen a history at Liverpool where if the recruitment data says that there's a better fit, for example, with Klopp, he wanted Mario Götze and Julian Brandt, and recruitment proved that Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane would be better fits in that respect. So they trust what the data says would be more suitable. I think that will always continue. So Liverpool believe they've got the right man because he fits in so well already with their playing ethos and thus their recruitment ethos. They have major problems to fix, like the futures of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah, as we know. But I think they're fairly confident that they'll make the right decisions just because of how strong the structure is.
You've spoken there in detail about the similarities in playing style between Slot and Klopp. What else about him makes Liverpool sure that he is the right man to succeed Jurgen Klopp?
There's quite a few key criteria that I've already touched on in the last few days on Sky Sports News, and you can go and read it on the website. But one thing that's really, really interesting is Slot's record of player development and outperforming his budget and resources in relation to his rivals. Now, I think that's quite significant if we take a wider look at the landscape and how football is going to shift. We've already seen the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules bear some real teeth. And now clubs are pushing for anchoring and a hard salary cap. So that work you do on the training pitches, the ability to bring through young talent, to really maximize the tools at your disposal I think that's going to become more and more pronounced. So if you get somebody that you feel as a coach is very far away from his ceiling and does have this track record of not just improving individuals, but the collective, and implementing really dominant, aggressive football, you'll feel that you're on the right track given where football is going.